Winners don't use drugs.
What's up? Yeah. Wednesday review, but I just wanted to say today we lost a legend in pro wrestling. We lost Terry Funk. One of my favorites of all time. A man who didn't have to do what he did, but he did what he did. The older he got in wrestling, he got a little bit hardcore with the shit he was doing at a much older age than a lot of the people who were doing it. And he was one of my favorites. He's kind of also part of my childhood from when I first saw him in WWF, when he was chewing tobacco and spitting it all over the place during his promos. I always liked him. But R.I.P. Terry Funk.
Yep.
R.I.P. Jens, DBS. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining me for this episode of Wrestling Dustbin.
Yeah, Terry Funk had the respect of all the wrestlers.
Yep.
All the companies.
Yep.
Yep.
And always will. Always will.
So rest in peace, Terry Funk.
So I'll be doing an upcoming episode straight up talking about Terry Funk. So anyone wants to come through for that, yeah, I'm down for that. On Saturday, I'm gonna replace that with the movie stream. Replace the movie stream with that this week. But this week in the Wrestling Dustbin, we got WCW Snow Brawl and WCW Beach Brawl. Going back to MTV when we were doing the Wrestling Society X episodes. Fucking MTV, man. They were in wrestling. They were into wrestling way before that. And still didn't kind of know how to do it. These were battle royals. They had like 20-minute battle royals. All right, let's talk about it a little bit more. Yeah, DBS. You guys watched WCW back in the day, right?
Yes, I did.
Jens, were you just watching WWF, or did you switch back and forth between Raw and Nitro when they were on?
When it was on
the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah, well, no. When it was on, no, I didn't have cable or out, but I've seen.
Oh, okay.
NWA sort of matches and that, because Sting was big, and obviously Ric Flair and that. But yeah, at the time it was mainly just WWF.
So you weren't really seeing the NWO days then, like the Hollywood Hogan, Hall and Nash days of WCW.
No, I knew about them later on, but when it was happening, I wasn't able to keep up with that. It was one of them where you needed cable.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Yeah, I went through the same thing when WCW started Nitro. I didn't have cable at the time. Hello, Sherry. How you doing?
You all right, with Sherry?
The WCW and the height of NWO, I'd come home.
The Monday Night Wars.
It was I stopped watching WWF, WWE. I stopped watching. I was WCW was the shit, and I come home from work and wifey had Hamburger Helper done, and we watched it. We both watched it, and my daughter. It was a thing. Even my friend would come over and we watched WCW.
What's good, Vigilante? How you doing, man?
It was a thing. It was our thing. Every week.
Yeah, wrestling was kind of a thing in my house too. like growing up though, like not. I don't have kids or anything, so, but like everyone in my house watched it. My dad didn't like anybody in wrestling, but he would sit there and watch it for some reason.
My father didn't like wrestling. He only liked Macho Man when Macho Man did his promo. That's it. He'd stop and watch.
My Macho Man's my mom's favorite wrestler. My mom loves Macho Man.
Oh yeah.
She liked him and George the Animal Steel.
My mother thought Hulk Hogan was hot, which
Yeah, I
is
remember
disturbing.
you told me that the other. I remember you told me that the other day. Yeah, that does sound a bit
Very
off.
disturbing.
I thought Miss Elizabeth was hot, but you won't gonna mess around with Miss Elizabeth with Macho Man.
Well, they did get divorced. She ended up with Lex Luger. She died in his fucking house.
Lex Luger, 6 foot.
What the only reason she found him attractive was because she knew he had the best, the strongest painkillers in his medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, Sherry. Yeah, I watch wrestling with my dad too. Seriously, my dad used to just sit there and like fucking hate on every fucking wrestler, but he'd be watching it every week. He really hated Scott Steiner. Like even before Scott Steiner was Big Papa Pump, when he was like Steiner Brothers Scott Steiner, my dad hated him. I don't know why. He's such a show off. I'm like, yeah, but he's a fucking wrestler,
Yeah, I didn't like Scott Steiner that much either. It's like this dude's not a contender. He's not a contender. But
well, he was funnier as Big Papa Pump, but I thought he was a better wrestler when it was him and Rick Steiner. They were awesome fucking
tag team. They were the shit.
Hell yeah.
I did like them better in the tag team.
It was kind of the same as with the Rockers. Like I preferred Shawn Michaels when he was part of the Rockers. Everyone likes to suck Shawn Michaels' dick, like how great of a wrestler. Yeah, sure, he was a great wrestler, but the fucking Chippendale dancer gimmick was fucking stupid.
Shawn Michaels was the greatest politician in the locker room.
One of the greatest politicians.
That's all I'm gonna. Yeah, a wrestler. No.
I would say that title probably goes to Hogan. I would say Hogan's probably the not just in the ring champion, but the backstage politician champion.
Then I'm corrected. The greatest the VP of politics.
Going back to Terry Funk, man. You never heard that shit about Terry Funk. Never heard that shit about Terry Funk.
He didn't do anybody wrong. No backstabbing, nothing. No.
Terry Funk's one of the few guys you see no one speaks ill of him in these shoot interviews. No one.
Everybody respects Terry Funk.
But this shit, this MTV shit, WCW Snow Brawl.
Yeah.
So we got Rob Zombie on commentary, and he's not bad. I don't think he's bad.
Oh yeah, he does a good job. As in, like, he knows his place. He isn't doing a Fabian, like trying to be like the center of attention. Like, oh yeah, everyone's come to see Fabian announce all these wrestling matches, and then the wrestling matches are just there just so Fabian can announce his.
He's also not. He's not running his mouth the way Kid Rock was. Like Kid Rock in the second episode of this. Oh God, Kid Rock was fucking annoying.
Well, I don't even like Kid Rock because, as I said, he ripped off like Leonard Skinner. So
Well, yeah, he was kind of being like the Rock version of fucking Puff Daddy, taking different people's beats
and he's been recently caught drinking, but because that was also his hypocrisy now.
Yeah, him being a hypocrite.
Yeah. He's all like, "Oh, screw you, Bud Light." But
They're all
once he's
fucking. They all end up taking off their mask and showing what the fuck they are.
once he's at like a sponsored event and they're like, "Yeah, drink this," he's all like, "Okay." And you could tell he didn't. I thought it was a pussy bitch because you could tell he didn't even shoot them cans. There was like set explosives to make it look like he.
See. I didn't even watch it because Kid Rock. I've never really liked him. I think I liked one song. I think I liked like one song of his. I think like what was the first one was "I Am the Bull God." I thought that was okay. That's all right. Everything else from him, he's just annoying. He's always been annoying.
I like one Kid Rock song was "All of My Balls."
The bang, diggy, diggy.
No. That was older than that. Where he took Howard Stern. Howard Stern saying something about you could have all of my or eat all of my balls or whatever, something like that. But he took that sample and he played it in his song, like on the break on the.
But was it Ba with the Ba? Is that what it was?
I gotta look it up, but I could show you after the show. I could find it and play it.
Yeah,
That's the song I like.
If it's a Howard Stern clip, I can't play it. Anyway, fuck Howard Stern. I don't like Howard Stern either. Speaking of Howard Stern, this fucking idiot Stuttering John is involved in this. Fucking guy.
Yeah. Oh, but I'll tell you something though. Stuttering John is miles better than Fabian. At least Stuttering John knows. Just shut up, mate. And introduce.
Yeah, but he was making his little stupid jokes announcing everybody to the ring. He was like, "This guy wants to get his hands on the Hanson kids." Like he was making this.
No, yeah, but that's his job. He
I know. I just don't like. I don't like Stuttering John. I never liked Stuttering John. I was not a Howard Stern fan. all the Howard Stern shit that I listened to, it was forced because of work. And some motherfucker had their radio. And I was like, all right, I can't tell the boss that I fucking can't stand Howard Stern.
Hey, boss.
I don't want to hear this shit all day. Howard Stern, I never found him funny. Never did.
Well, I'm not much of a big Howard Stern listener, because it was American shock jock, and so we didn't really get in the UK.
But you still knew of him.
Oh yeah.
Still knew of him.
Yeah. But this dude,
that fucking movie.
Yeah, but this dude did his job. As in,
he did. All right, he did.
Do it.
He did. I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah.
But he's a fucking moron.
I'm with you, Slasher. I'm not a this dude Stuttering John fan.
He's even worse now. Oh Jesus Christ! Just don't look him up now.
Well, why?
Because he's a fucking. All right. He looks pretty fat here back in 99, right?
Yeah.
This is 99. He's even worse now. He's got gray hairs, like a head full of gray hairs. He's drinking all the time on his fucking streams and like slurring and fucking spitting all over the place.
Well, he's stuttering as well.
And he's one of those guys who still after 4 years. After 4 fucking years, can't let it go about Trump.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of the shit that he goes on about.
Yeah.
This fucking guy thinks that Joe Biden is doing a great job. This show I watch called Who Are These Podcasts? These guys have been making a fucking living off of ripping on Stuttering John for the past like year and a half.
Yeah.
And I've seen just how bad this fucking guy got. And you know what? I can't. It's not even like I'm heartbroken that he's like that because I never liked him in the first place. So.
Yeah. Well, for a ring announcer, he knew not to run around the ring acting like he
That's
was the
true.
star of the show.
That's true. He wasn't acting like the fucking Wrestling Society X douchebag Fabian. Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
So good on you for that, Stuttering John.
Yeah, at least I didn't hate him. Or should I say dislike him like I did with Fabian in the first 2 seconds of like seeing him just grabbing that mic, shouting something on the lines of "Here we go" and running up to the ring.
Or pulling out a fucking magic wand from his sleeve.
Oh, yeah. What was that about? Was he trying to be some kind
Yeah,
of
remember he started doing magician shit? Remember he started doing shit like he's some fucking magician?
Mm.
Like Stuttering John also, he's got all these clips for everyone who comes to the ring. He's like, fuck, you know, this guy has Sandra Bullock's phone number, but he refuses to use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like he did the job. Because there was quite a few fucking wrestlers coming into the ring, wasn't it? Because like,
this is so stupid. It's a battle royal with 7 people. That's fucking so stupid.
Yeah, obviously you've got the names written down.
Yeah, all the participants. Yeah, all right. First in is Conan, K-Dog, and then a guy nobody fucking knows. I only remember this guy because I seen him a couple times in tag team matches when they would have like WCW Saturday Night. They'd be showing wrestling at like fucking 6 p.m. Chaos. And then Dickhead Inferno.
Oh, you was like,
Inferno.
Yeah, you was very fucking harsh on.
Yeah.
You wanted him to be crippled. You was hoping he would get crippled, never be able to wrestle again. That's how much you was having it in.
If you could call what he does wrestling anyway.
Well,
this guy's not even a good wrestler, man. All right, I was also saying when we were watching this, all right, it's one thing if he has a shitty gimmick, but if he's a good wrestler, then it's excusable. You know what I mean? No, he's not even a good wrestler.
Yeah, well, he's one of them wrestlers where the gimmick's quite funny, but
it gets old quick.
Gets old quick, yeah, you're right. So,
like that fucking Joey Ryan idiot who kept showing his ass and doing the fucking inhaler shit. Yeah. It gets old quick.
Yeah. It's like first time you see it and that it's a chuckle. Second time you see it, it's like, oh, well, yeah, I guess that's his gimmick. Third time you see it, you're like, oh, fucking hell, hurry up.
There's a professional punching bag.
That's right. You know what? Like that's the thing though about this fucking guy. Like, there were times where they made him win matches and they gave him championship belts. Sure, they have like 9 championship belts and all, but still, why would you you want a picture of this guy holding a championship belt? This guy should be losing every week. He should be getting nothing but his ass stomped every week. And spoiler alert, he's the fucking last guy eliminated in this match. He's getting his ass stomped this whole fucking match, and he's the last guy eliminated.
Yeah. Well, I think, though, his spoilers, humiliating defeat is probably why he was the last man. But anyway, before they started the match, we all got to see
the Nitro girls.
Yeah, the lovely Nitro girls.
Yeah, see, you weren't watching Nitro at the time. We had dancing whores on Nitro.
Yeah. Well,
Diamond Dallas Page's wife was the. Do you remember Diamond Dallas Page's wife with the huge tits, Kimberly?
Yeah.
She was one of these girls. She was one of the Nitro girls.
Well, yeah, it was more adult themed, wasn't it? Because WWF was more for kids.
Well, not in the Attitude Era. In the Attitude Era, WWF was doing, because this was '99.
He had to compete with Nitro, but before then,
dude,
it was like
the '99 era of fucking WWF was not tame. Bro. They were doing so much fucking stupid shit, dude. They were not tame. They
Yeah,
had
but before
Mark
that,
Henry and the fucking old woman Mae Young. They were like they had like they were making them make out on screen, and then they would have
another guy to get tits
oh,
out.
all right. Do you remember this chick, the cat, where she was like she dressed like Mini China, and she would come to the ring with China. Jerry Lawler. She was Jerry Lawler's wife. This girl actually whipped her tits out on a pay per view at one point. So like
Mm.
WWF was doing shit just as just as adult as girls dancing. Because these girls are just dancing. It's not like they're in thongs or anything. They're not doing
No,
like
but
fucking. They're not like sucking on a double dildo on
no,
stage.
I was hoping for a costume malfunction because it was really tight what they was wearing. But
Yeah, but WCW probably would have edited it out anyway. This shit wasn't live. I wouldn't say this shit was live.
yeah, you're right. True. I was hoping for something that would have been edited out, but then at least I would have been able to hunt for the unedited version. But
The director's cut of that WCW show that aired on MTV for 5 minutes.
or more like the director's slit. But anyway, get on to the wrestling.
All right. Well, after I went on a fucking rant about how much I can't stand Disco Inferno, so I didn't even get to name the rest of the guys in the fucking Billy Kidman, not Summer of '69, Brian Adams. This is former Demolition Crush and former when he had the fucking stupid ass blonde hair and purple and orange fucking getup. Crush, Wrath, former Adam Bomb, who also like Wrath and former Crush, Brian Adams. They became a tag team later on called Chronic, and they were a good tag team in WCW. But that was like the dying days of WCW when no one gave a flying fuck about it. Even the people in the company didn't give a fuck about it. But and then Booker T, not with his dreads, but when he had the Harlem Heat haircut at the time. Booker T. Booker T. I really like. WCW had two guys that like I was just kind of like meh in the beginning, and then like the more I got to watch them in WCW grow, I was like, yeah, like Booker T was one and DDP was the other. Because like when I first started, I was like, I don't understand why everyone loves DDP. And then like I watched him more later, and then like you hear about his story coming up and shit. He was just a manager for a long time. He wasn't wrestling. He was just a manager.
Yeah. I know Booker T. His wrestling was good, but it wasn't out great. But
yeah, not great. I wouldn't say he was great.
No, but he had the fucking charisma though.
Yeah,
he was really able to get that crowd pumping.
Oh, that was the thing with Booker T, man. Like he when he went to WWF, he got scumbagged. Like, or they did this fucking storyline with Triple H, where Triple H was like putting him down because he's black. Like there was really like parts in the fucking storyline leading up to the match where Triple H is like saying shit like this.
Yeah.
So then it comes to the WrestleMania match, and fucking Triple H won the match. Like you had this bill. Triple H sucks. I always could never stand Triple H, and to this day I will never. Like keep him as a background guy. Don't ever like fucking let him try to come back to the ring. Please, never.
Yeah. Triple H did have a sort of good saying that after he started shagging Stephanie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, of course, banging the fucking boss's daughter is gonna get you a fucking.
It's a good retirement plan.
It's a good investment. I mean, look, he's part of the family now.
Mm.
He is legit family now.
He could
He's the
influence.
king.
He could influence the end result of matches. Who gets what?
He's the king of kings.
The game.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Time to play the game.
Did you ever see? Did anyone ever see when Triple H was in WCW?
No.
Before he went over. All right. So, Dari, do you guys got to remember when Triple H, when he first came in, when he was just Hunter Hearst Helmsley?
Yeah.
He was doing the really proper
He was the
flamboyant.
Mountie.
Yeah.
Nah, he wasn't the Mountie. The Mountie was one of the Rougeau brothers.
Oh yeah. Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Yeah, he was proper.
Yeah. They were calling him the Connecticut Blue Blood. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why he changed it to Triple H, wasn't he? Because Hunter.
When him and Shawn Michaels started DX, that's when he changed it to Triple H. Or maybe a little bit before that, but for a couple years he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and he had that bow in his hair.
Yeah.
He would do a bow to the audience.
Yeah. Bit like American version of William Regal.
And the funny thing was, he was a tag team partner of William Regal when he was in WCW.
All right, yeah. Now it makes sense.
Anyway, fuck talking about Triple H. I'm talking about this weird match. This weird event. Anyway, both of these were weird fucking events.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Half of it,
this is at the top of a fucking snow hill at some resort.
Yeah. Well, half of this sort of thing, it was like them getting to the ring. Because
yeah, that took up most of the time.
Yeah. And with the dancing girls and showing the crowd and
Rob Zombie talking with Jimmy Hart.
Yeah. And the wrestling was just
how you doing, Moira?
Yeah,
Hello, Moira.
I hope they made money. The MTV made money with the sponsors for airing this match.
Oh, right. What was the sponsor at the end of one of these? The sponsor, it's so fucking dated. It was 1-800 call ATT or something like that.
Yeah.
Also, it was dated with the music they were playing.
Yeah, 90s music.
Yeah.
They were playing fucking "Pretty Fly for a White Guy," right? Was this the one where they were playing that shit?
Yes, in the beginning.
Yeah.
The girls were shaking their ass to that song.
Yeah.
I didn't like that song when it was out.
No.
And I actually like some songs from the Offspring, but I didn't like that one.
Yeah, I didn't think it was too bad, but it was one of them songs that
it was annoying and overplayed.
Yeah, but the song wasn't too bad. I'll leave.
There were better songs from that band.
Right. Well, at least they did try and get to be a bit more sort of original.
I wouldn't even say at the time it was original. Blink 182 could have done that song at that fucking time.
They were going for pop,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say for a pop band, the sound is sort of fairly original.
Yeah, fucking Smash Mouth could have done that fucking song.
Yeah. I'm not saying it was a great song, but I'm just saying though, considered what the alternatives was around then.
Yeah, because they started playing a goddamn Backstreet Boys song at one point.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, the girls were doing push-ups on the floor. They were popping their asses up in the air while they were doing like that. Like, all right, I could stop being annoyed by the Backstreet Boys for a fucking minute.
Yeah. Cancel that shit out. Want some fucking nice ass, female ass is getting shooken around on the dance floor, or in this case, the bottom of the ring, sort of thing.
The mat on top of the snow hill. The mat on top of the snow hill. You mean?
Yeah. Well,
This is a cool fucking venue. It's a shame they wasted it on like one measly fucking battle royal. Like they could have had like fucking 5 or 6 regular matches from here, right?
True. I was expecting like at least a match or two, like, but yeah, you both spoilers.
Both just battle royals. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Battle royals with not even 10 people in the ring. It's also fucking stupid.
I have to say, the wrestling was all right. Like, there was some decent sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, it was. It was.
But it wasn't great. No fucking like.
Yeah, but also like, what the fuck were they trying to accomplish with this? They were blasting random songs over this, and I was wondering, like, is the song just for, or are these like so? It was like a radio station. It was like song after song after song. While the wrestling's going on.
Songs they got on sale that they could, pay the,
or songs that were in like rotation of whatever radio channels were left at the time in '99.
Whatever the studio, the record companies were pushing. Hey, play this song, play that song.
But do you think the mindless screaming idiots in the crowd? All right, because also Brian Adams, not Summer of '69, Brian Adams. He's calling all these people morons before the match starts. And they're all yeah. Like, you look at these people in the crowd, they're like, yeah. So these must have been plants, right? They were
hired extras.
Yeah, they were plants. They weren't fucking
before
these weren't wrestling fans.
There was a guy with the megaphone saying, "Okay, you just scream and you be into it, and action." Yeah, pre-packaged.
I don't know, man, because when it's like look like fucking summer break, fucking student.
Yeah, this was winter break.
Winter break student.
Although this is Big Bear, California.
Yeah, I reckon there was drunk, and they didn't mind.
DBS, you as a Californian, you could give us some insight as to what Big Bear is?
Yes. It's a place where you go skiing. I've been there a few times. I rode the inner tube, got hurt, had fun.
What the fuck's an inner tube? You mean
like a sled?
Tire?
Were you like in a sled or something?
Like a big tire, inner tube, a big inner tube for like a semi truck inner tube.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, like it's real good because I've done that before. But the only thing is, if that tire pops and you're sort of like halfway spinning, so your head's gonna hit the floor. Yeah, it can be dangerous. How did you wet yourself?
I've hit like rocks that were sticking out of the snow. And I flew in the air and lost. Got the wind knocked out of me.
Were you injured?
I got the wind knocked out of me. My father, that's what I was like 5 years old, and I was riding with my father.
Oh, you were that young.
Well, no, but I've taken my kids later on in life, but we didn't get hurt. Luckily, we didn't get hurt. We were at a place that was like more controlled, where they had, like, it was like we paid to get into a park where they had it, and it was more controlled, so you don't get hurt. But when I was a kid, we just went.
That's the thing. That's the thing with like snow. Once it sort of like lays and that, if you don't know what's underneath that snow, you can hit anything and that, you know.
I was a victim of that playing football once.
Mm.
We were playing on a very, very thin layer of snow. And I didn't realize that there was ice underneath it until there was a fumble, and I jump on the fumble, and a big fat guy that was playing with us landed belly first on the back of my head,
Oh,
and like the way my head was when he landed, my chin was on the ground instead of like me being face first on the ground.
Yeah.
So then like I pulled my face up from underneath the snow, and I still to this day on my chin, even though I have a fucking beard now, you can't see it, but when I'm clean shaven, you can see it. I have a nice slice from that, from when my chin for like a couple seconds was stuck to the ice underneath the snow.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No. With the inner tube, my dad, me, and we both went flying in different directions.
Oh,
And
he fell out. Yeah.
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 He got the wind knocked out of him too. But yeah, it took. Yeah, no, Big Bear is awesome. It's an awesome place.
Yeah, I mean, from seeing this, like this little part they're showing of it, because there's parts in this where they actually show like the snowboarding hills. You know, I'm not a snowboarder and all, but it looks like fun.
It's a 2-hour drive going northeast from LA.
They did have cool venues for these two meaningless, pointless events. Like, also, this didn't bring attention to WCW. Like, WCW was out of business like 2 years after this.
Yeah. They paid a lot of money to fly these guys out and drive them up to Big Bear. There's no airports or nothing. There's no. You have to go driving up there.
Which means these guys were probably mostly partying. All the wrestlers were probably partying for whatever couple amount of days they were here.
Mm-hmm. There's ski
as we can see with the fucking the second episode of this with Raven's fucked up out of his mind. Oh my god, yo, there's no fucking there's no way Raven is not fucked up out of his mind.
Yeah, he didn't really even say much, did he? He was just looking into the camera thinking, where the fuck am I? Oh, yeah, I'm at this fucking beach.
99 was the last decent year. It's also when it started really going down. When they are WCW did this really horrible fucking logo change, and then they did this stupid fucking thing where they hired that. Right, first of all, they fired Eric Bischoff and then brought him back, and then decided to combine him with that fucking other idiot Vince Russo.
Yeah,
anyone who knows wrestling, like anyone who's watched shit on the fucking internet about wrestling, you know what a moron Vince Russo is.
Yeah,
you got two fucking people who can't complete a full human brain. I'm sorry, Eric Bischoff's best ability was spending Ted Turner's money. I don't give a fuck about like the NWO. Yeah, great. The NWO got stale after a while, and also Eric Bischoff also admits that NWO was an idea he took from a fucking Japanese company. So Eric Bischoff ain't really.
Russo came up with the idea where Hulk Hogan pokes Diesel in the chest, and he falls down and he pins him to win the belt.
It was Vince Russo. I don't think Vince Russo was with WCW at that point.
I saw a video earlier today that was his idea.
No, I think Vince Russo was the one behind the idea where Jeff Jarrett lays down and Hulk Hogan pins him.
That too.
I don't
Because
think Vince Russo was there at the point of he wasn't there yet when Hogan laid down for Nash.
there was I saw a video that said 5 worst Vince
I mean,
Russo.
when Nash the finger poke of doom. I don't think
Yeah.
yeah. Vince Russo didn't go to WCW until like the middle of 99, and the finger poke of doom was in the beginning of 99. And
There's a
they
lot of
could do a
stories.
fucking Dark Side of the Ring about Vince Russo and all his
Oh
stupid.
yeah, well, there's loads of stories going around because, as you saying, like there's crazy stuff like that goes on in the changing rooms and in other sort of like places and that.
That's when the audience went back to WWE.
F. Seriously, they got worse when they dropped the E, when they dropped the F and became E. They really did.
Well, they had to, didn't they? Because there was
Yeah, the World Wildlife Fund or
Federation.
Foundation, whatever it was.
Yeah, there was getting like
The poke was the beginning of the end. I don't know if did Nash book it? I don't know if Nash booked it himself. He denies. I think he denies booking it himself. But I think that's Kevin Nash, huh? Yeah, that's right. The poke was the same night Mankind won. Yeah, that's right. The fucking the finger poke was the same night that fucking Tony Schiavone is because when they used to spoil Raw's results because Raw was taped. So fucking Tony Schiavone's saying like, oh, Mick Foley, who used to wrestle here as Cactus Jack, is going to win their world title. I bet that'll put butts in the seats. And then a bunch of people ended up switching to Raw because of that. That was a fucking huge, huge fucking nail in the coffin for WCW. And they deserve it. They deserve it for that bullshit.
You're like, fuck you, Vince McMahon. You're a fucking million. Oh, it probably like $100 million fucking franchise now. It's going down the shitter.
Yeah, that was right. Raw would tape one week and they'd be live the other. Yeah, they were doing stupid shit like that.
Yeah, a bit greedy though, wasn't he? Like Vince, he wanted like all the wrestling companies and that. And it's like, you don't know.
Yeah, and then it's fucked up to find out later on just how bad he was, because like everyone always like used to fucking like how horrible he was, but like when you find out like later on, when you look back at how he did these territories dirty, like what he would do sometimes, it's fucked up.
Yeah, well, he let thingy. What's his name? Him who sort of like manages fucking Brock Lesnar.
Heyman.
Yeah, Paul Heyman. He let him one time for ratings, like kick off at him in the ring, and so Paul Heyman was giving him loads of shit, saying, "Your dad wouldn't have like bought all the companies. He promised us he'd let us fucking have our like our sort of like territories and that, but you just come in and that, you piece of shit," sort of thing.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, you really like if you were really seeing what wrestling was at the time. ECW was not a fucking stable place. ECW was like a place where guys could get like exposure on TV and pay per view, and then WCW or WWF could come pick them off for a higher price because ECW wasn't paying dick. So, like that's why guys like Jericho and Eddie Guerrero and Benoit, Rey Mysterio, that's why they ended up going WCW.
Yeah, but that's why like the rest of the federations wanted, they was pissed off because Vince McMahon was getting a monopoly on the wrestling, and so
Well, at the time, it wasn't just Vince McMahon. It was Vince McMahon and Ted Turner at the time. So like you had two fucking giants, like picking little fish out of the pond. I don't know, Vince McMahon. Like I like the shit I heard, like where he would cut off cable providers if they were gonna show WCW events. It's fucking pay-per-view. Like, how can you do that?
Ruthless businessman.
Yeah, well, it'd probably been.
Oh, what up, Nelson? How you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah, Nelson. Rest in peace,
Yeah.
Terry Funk.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to the legend.
pour one out.
Light one up for Terry Funk.
Yeah.
Watch Roadhouse or Over the Top. Even though Terry Funk is Terry Funk is a jobber in both of those movies.
Yeah.
A nice little paycheck.
He wasn't no jobber. He wasn't no jobber in the ring.
I tell you something though, in Roadhouse, he does have a good sort of like, even though he plays the arsehole fucking cunt who fucking is pissed off that like Patrick Swayze's just lost him his job and that, but he plays it real good, as in like, you know, his acting in that, yeah.
This is my favorite thing about Terry Funk in that movie, right? So Terry Funk, all right, while the Double Deuce is still a fucked up establishment, Terry Funk is supposedly the head bouncer. I don't know if he is. Like, I just assume he is because he seems to be the biggest guy, and he's the one who's like shit talking Dalton while Dalton's at the fucking bar, right?
Yeah.
I think during that whole scene, all right, Terry Funk's the head bouncer, and shit goes down, and the head bouncer is the one who puts his arms up in the air and screams, "Fight!" like you are not a bouncer. You're a fucking instigator.
Well, that's why he gets fired.
Yeah. He gets fired the next day.
Yeah,
because Dalton fires a bunch of people the next day. Yeah, dude, I know Roadhouse in and out, bro. I can talk Roadhouse all day.
Yeah. Well, Patrick Swayze is like, look, we need you to get people out of the fucking establishment without you wrecking all the sort of like tables and chairs.
Yeah, that's why he's giving the speech. He's like, you take it as like, be nice until it's time to not be nice, and take it outside. Like, he even does that in the beginning before he goes to Jasper. Before he goes there, he does it in the beginning when the guy stabs him in the arm. And inside, and then he takes the guy outside, and then he just walks back inside. Like, take it outside. Although the only time like he didn't keep it outside was when that guy came in with the fucking knife at the end of the boot. Yeah. That whole thing had to go down inside.
Yeah. Well, I think Terry Funk. I think he was responsible for some of the fight coordinating.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it because, you know, pro wrestling is a fucking, you know, you're doing stunts, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember this show called Dark Angel with Jessica Alba back in the day?
No.
I never watched it.
It was back in the day, like early 2000s. Well, one of the episodes, Lita was in it. And it was like when she was wrestling, like I guess they gave her a couple days off to go film an episode of Dark Angel.
Yeah,
and she was doing one of the stunts. Lita herself was doing one of the stunts, right? And it's she like had to jump off a desk or something and do like a Hurricane Rana. You know the Hurricane Rana, the fucking
No.
Yeah, I know that move.
The Rey Mysterio move, where you flip up with the balls in your face and then flip the guy over.
Oh yeah. Where like basically, if the dude didn't want to, he could just stand there and you're sort of like hanging off him with your legs on his
Yeah,
shoulders.
yeah, exactly. Like she was supposed to do a move like that move, and she ended up like skimming her head across the ground when she did it, and her neck was fucked up, and she was like out of wrestling for a while after that.
Mm.
And she did that like while she was under WWF contract and fucking, you know.
Yeah, surprised they'd let her do it because that's more like a stuntman or a stunt woman, sort of like you'd let do just in case of do.
Yeah, but the fucked up thing is, right? She's a wrestler, right?
Wow,
Wrestlers are stuntmen and stunt women.
yeah, but there's doing it on like a padded ring, and then there's doing it on concrete, and
yeah, but people have gotten killed in ring too. Like Great Khali killed someone in training. Not that he did it on purpose, but he, you know.
Shit.
You know that fucking big useless more on the Great Khali, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly he killed someone in training. So shit can happen anyway. Any old way.
Shall we get back to the match?
I mean, nothing like that in this. Yeah, there's nothing like that.
There's no
one breaks their neck or fucking, you know, falls 40 fucking feet from the fucking from the lights, you know.
No moron was injured during the taping of this match.
Hopefully Disco Inferno was when he started getting pelted with snowballs.
Well, thing is though, before that though, let's look here. They get to Disco Inferno, and
Disco Inferno is one of the last people in a 7-man fucking battle royal. Disco Inferno is one of the last people. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, and they like team up, don't they, on Booker T? But Booker T makes a sort of like comeback where he's going to throw Disco Inferno out, but Disco Inferno.
Yeah, he does like a jumping double clothesline to two of them. He's fighting them off for like 5 seconds, and then he gets eliminated.
Yeah, then he's like eliminated. Where then Crush, as I'd call him, picks up like Disco Inferno.
No Hall of Fame for Disco Inferno.
Yeah, and like throws
Nelson, you don't know Death by Saber? Do you know Nelson? Death by Saber?
No, I don't know Nelson, the psychopath.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Death by Saber. Death by Saber and Nelson the Psychopath. Nelson the Psychopath, Death by Saber.
How you doing? How you doing?
You know, yeah. Crush throws Disco Inferno out where he does take
I gotta admit, yeah, he did took a good spill.
Yeah, because like from where he got thrown to where he landed must have been about 20 feet, even though he did land in snow. So obviously it wasn't going to hurt that bad as concrete, but still though.
I hope those snowballs did though, because they started pelting snowballs.
Hurt more than the landing.
There we go. They started pelting him with snowballs for some reason. And there'd be more like ice balls because you can see by that time the snow had pretty much iced over.
That's still probably the most abuse he ever took in wrestling. You're not going to see this guy. You're not going to see New Jack throwing him off of fucking scaffolds.
And then they'll give the trophy.
The snowflake trophy. Yeah, boom. That's the big prize.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden, bit of commotion. Someone storms into the ring unannounced and just starts beating the shit out of Crush. Yeah. Spoilers. Okay.
I always thought Conan's kind of sucked too, man. I never really.
Conan.
He was he was all mic skills. Yeah, he had mic skills. Yeah, but like he wasn't nothing special in the ring.
Although it looks like he's called Honan. That K, that's a H. How can you have two? But yeah, anyway.
You know why? Because they didn't give a fuck about this. That's why.
Yeah. And then
Eric Bischoff had some money to throw around. That's what it was.
Yeah, we see the fucking dancing, whatever they're called, Nitro girls.
Yeah, the Nitro girls were probably the best thing about this.
Yeah.
This like, I'm pretty fucking sure on the Monday Nitro after this happened, I'm pretty sure there was not a single mention of this.
Yeah.
So this is kind of pointless.
Well, wasn't it for fucking MTV or something?
Yeah, it was on MTV.
Yeah, well, yeah.
These people in the crowd for both of these shows look like they did not give a fuck about wrestling. This fucking Crush is calling them morons, and they're like,
I think there was just to see Rob Zombie.
Yeah, but what did Rob Zombie do? He shot the fucking starting pistol and started the stupid fucking battle royal. That's what he did.
Well, that was enough for him.
I guess. Well, that's this fucking show.
Yeah. On to
Beach Brawl.
Beach Brawl.
And this time, instead of fucking Rob Zombie, we get Kid Rock.
Yeah.
I gotta admit though, hearing Raven all fucked up on this stream, on this show, this was fucking hilarious.
I swear I thought that was Corey Feldman.
You thought Raven was Corey Feldman, or you thought Kid Rock was Corey Feldman?
No, I thought Kid Rock was Corey Feldman at the beginning. I'm like, hey, Corey Feldman.
Yeah, look.
No, Raven gets respect. I respect Raven.
Yeah, look how smashed Raven is though. He's got his shades on. He knows he's not gonna get caught on camera being all smashed.
Yeah, Nelson knows you can get the streams.
Did he change his name when he had a different name when he streamed with me?
Hello, Vegas Lights. How you doing?
Hello,
what you say?
Vegas Lights.
Yeah,
We talking wrestling.
What you say, Sasha?
About this? About Beach Brawl?
No, Nelson's saying he streamed with DBS with Jens.
Yeah.
Recognize his voice right away, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Nelson gets around. He's I see him on streams. I like Nelson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm streaming Friday if you're interested, Nelson. I could always use another panelist. As long as you don't pull a Daytona, we're good.
Yeah, here you go, DBS.
Yeah.
Nelson has masks.
Multi-personality.
So, what did you guys think of Kid Rock? Did you think Kid Rock was as much as a douchebag that I saw him with on this fucking?
I always thought he was a bit of a douchebag ever since he ripped off fucking. No, you know when you're like, listen, mate. If you're gonna rip off a song that no one fucking really knows about, because everyone fucking but puts on a rap dunny over it, and everyone thinks he's fucking remodernizing music.
But that was such a common thing back then, though. You know, you could take a fucking riff from a fucking old song and loop it and then rap over it. That was not a new thing, man. It's not a new thing. Puff Daddy did that a lot, man.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Fucking All right, remember he did the fucking Remember Kid Rock when Undertaker went to Biker Undertaker when he came back and he wasn't Dead Man Undertaker anymore. He was the Biker Undertaker. Kid Rock was doing the fucking song. It was the fucking the Metallica song.
Cover band. He's a cover artist.
It kind of is, right, when you think about it.
Glamorized. I think it's just because like he has videos that look like he's fucking.
Oh, he also put girls with big fucking fake tits in his videos too. He's like, yeah, look at me, I'm the pimp. Like even in this, he's talking about like pimping to Raven. He's like, oh, you got to make moves like you're pimping.
Yeah, he appealed to like the pimp who's not into rap music.
He's also appealing to the moron spring breakers in the crowd that are drunk and they're gonna fucking raise their arms in the air and be like, "Yeah, I'm a moron." When someone in the ring calls him a moron. So yeah, Beach Brawl has one less guy in a fucking battle royal. And it's another thing with a battle royal. Also,
wait there, because
we get the Nitro girls.
Yeah.
Good camel toe shot there.
Yeah. There's a bit of a Fabian, but we don't mind because.
Oh, the band. Fear Factory.
No, a Fabian where she's like just on.
Okay, you're talking about this because you were calling the guy from Fear Factory Fabian when he was starting the concert. Yeah, this one has a concert while the match is going on.
No, that's because. Oh yeah, let's talk about fucking this because this was a great shot here where there was really in skimpy clothes because it's the beach where the winter there was having to dress more sensibly.
They were still kind of scantily dressed for being at the top of a snow hill. You know what I'm saying?
I know,
they had those.
That's what I'm saying.
They had the tops. The tops were the same, but they were wearing pants.
Yeah, well, they're even more scantily dressed than
that,
aren't they? But,
of course. This is what, Cancun? I think this one was Cancun.
Mexico.
Yeah. Well, anyway, no, it's because the singer, he did it like Fabian, where...
Yeah.
What did he shout? I forget what he shouted, but whatever he shouted it like if he was fucking calling for like...
Well, it was the start of that song, Shock. All right, I'm a Fear Factory fan. They did songs from this the album called Obsolete, so I knew all the songs they were playing.
Yeah. Well, when he sort of like introduced, it was like, "All right, now it's time to get it on."
Yeah, what? Like, also, what is he supposed to do when he's like, they're playing a concert while a wrestling match is going on?
Yeah, what I'm saying is he did a Fabian impression where he was allowed to because he's not a ring announcer.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's a sideshow. He's a sideshow while the wrestling is going on.
Yeah, he's more used to introducing the next song that they're going to sing.
Yeah.
But anyway, all I'm saying is he did a Fabian where, as you can see, he had the makeup like if he was some kind of rock star.
Well, at least he didn't pull a fucking magic wand out of his wrist.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. He like thinks he's a rock star, but obviously he is sort of like playing in a band. So unlike Fabian, who thinks he's a rock wrestling god, and he only got choke slammed out the ring once. I saw.
If only he would have got choke slammed. He didn't even get choke slammed.
No,
he got choke pushed.
Yeah. It wasn't. It was a choke push out of the ring. Yeah. Oh, I'd have loved it if he'd have just choke slammed him off the top row.
Or like through a table. Like if the table's set up
No.
on the outside. But
No,
one of those table, like a table that would have had those pyrotechnics set up to it.
No, just on pure hard concrete.
Or what about sticking his head in the piranha tank? That would have been awesome. Like holding him by his legs upside down, like the way the way they say Suge Knight held Vanilla Ice over the fucking balcony.
Can you imagine if the fucking half drowned fucking Fabian in that like piranha tank because they just thought he was like fucking selling it.
By the way, we're just kidding, Fabian. We wish no harm on you. Only on your character, not on you yourself.
Yes.
No, all I'm saying is when practical stunts go wrong, you know the team's like, oh yeah, Fabian, he can hold his breath for at least 3 minutes. That's what he was telling us backstage because you know he'd be one of them boasting cunts that fucking he can hardly do fucking 45 seconds, but he tells everyone he can do 3 minutes. So they just fucking got him head first into the piranha tank, which they weren't piranhas. They were just fish that look like piranhas that weren't going to bite anyone. So he's just there, obviously selling the fact that like he's scared that there's piranhas and that, and then he just blanks out after 30 seconds because he can't hold his breath. But they're thinking, oh yeah, he's good for another minute or two. And I think it's something like 4 minutes you're allowed oxygen before you're dead. So like, yeah, we've had him obviously backstage and that.
No, I don't want to wish harm on Fabian. I hope Fabian's okay.
No,
I hope you're doing okay, man. I hope you're doing okay at your. I hope you're doing okay at your.
I wish they would have slammed Fabian to a table, but the table didn't break.
And then they have to do it again, right?
Yeah.
They slam him into a table, but it's like one of them metal tables.
I was watching a video about the wrestlers. They get slammed into stuff, and the prop doesn't break.
Yeah,
it hurts.
Yeah.
They get hurt.
Did you ever see the tables they use in the Japanese matches where they're really, really thin tables, and the legs look way sturdier? Did you ever see those?
Mm-hmm.
No.
The referee should have got beaten up.
This fucking referee got he has this mullet in 1999.
Oh yeah. Just only on a side view you can see how fucking.
Yeah, exactly. On a side view you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, his hair's not slicked back. That shit's all business up top.
Yeah.
I thought it was Razor Ramon in the beginning.
Or it was Marty Jannetty. Oh, by the way, DBS, they did a Dark Side of the Ring of Marty Jannetty. Did you see that one?
No,
I didn't see it. I didn't see it yet.
Is that the latest release?
It's from this.
I have it.
It's from this season.
I have my DVR set to record all the new episodes
because they stopped it for a year.
Yeah, I thought they canceled it. I was like, oh,
I thought they did too. Yeah, I thought they did too.
But so much demand. It's a good show.
Because for 1 year they changed it to Tales from the Territories. I don't know if you saw those ones. It was the same. It was the same people doing it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So when I get home, I could look at my DVR and it'll be new. It'll be there waiting for me.
But yeah, this Beach Brawl shit. This shit is weird. It's like, all right, you have a band playing, you have wrestling going on, and then you have commentary over it.
It looked like a gray sky. It didn't look like the weather was all that good.
Yeah, it didn't look so great for Cancun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, for wrestlers, you don't want it too hot, or else you'll overheat when you're like doing your moves.
Yeah, it must have been in the winter. And
they had a little tent over the fucking.
Yeah.
You didn't see that little tent? The fucking.
Yeah. But I tell you something though, up the game a bit because he had Beach Brawl right across the canvas layer thing. Out of canvas thing.
No, I think the apron said, I think it said Snow Brawl on the last one. I thought it did.
You couldn't see it as good though. And I think there was like the angle that they shot it at. Like you can put on this angle, they really fucking made sure you saw Breach Brawl, and they did it in like real simple colors. So you.
Oh, that was the standard WCW colors for their ring at the time.
Yeah. Well, I noticed it better than the other one.
See, it's also not like I hated WCW because I like WCW. I like WCW back like when it was straight up. They were the NWA before Ted Turner bought them out and separated the NWA from WCW. Like WWF was doing crappy shit too. Like they were doing crappy shit and good shit. Like it was always with all these wrestling. I never understood how anyone could fucking like. Yeah, see, it says Snow Brawl. You see it?
Yeah, but you see how fucking thingy, the like people's heads was there and that, so it's hard to see it, isn't it? Like, yeah, it is there though, but yeah, they realised, oh yeah, let's not get the crowd too close on where the fucking advertising slogan is for our event.
Oh, because I'll go back to saying what I said before. They didn't give a fuck about this.
Oh, for this, no, there is a head, but only one head there, and
no, there's a couple. Scroll across. Yeah, look, there's five. There's like 5 people.
Yeah, but there's only one head covering the lettering. Where the others, there was covering half the lettering. The heads was like halfway on the like lettering. Although they probably did the lettering real big, and that's why. And so they probably learned the lesson and did the lettering half the size, but moved it up to the top. But anyway, that's what I'm saying is you can see it better on Breach Brawl than you could see it on that Winter Brawl.
Oh, also, like I was saying, it's not like they gave a fuck about this.
No, I noticed the one on Autumn or Spring Brawl. So
yeah, Nelson, I saw Fear Factory in 99. Static X open for him.
Well,
I like Static X too. Static X.
Well, they couldn't have done an Autumn Brawl because there'd have been too many leaves on the.
Yeah, but also like, what would he done that from like an apple orchard?
Yeah.
Like fucking like a pumpkin patch.
Yeah. Get like
there's also no fall break for all the college people, you know. You know, fall you start fucking school. They ain't giving you no break at the start. Yeah, this one actually the wrestling was a little bit better because they were giving them more space.
Yeah,
you know, like people were doing top rope moves in this one.
Yeah, well, it took them a time for them to get eliminated. Someone to get eliminated, so there was like putting on a spectacle. The one just like, oh yeah, right. I turn up, I get in the ring, I wrestle for 2 minutes, get chucked out, go backstage, and fucking get hammered.
Yeah, they were absolutely good. Yeah, Raven gave it away. Just Raven being there on commentary, like, like who in charge? It's like we're gonna put Raven drunk on commentary. He was funny though. He asked Kid Rock where the after party was.
Where Kid Rock? claimed that everyone could go back to his
I
for
bet you no one there was allowed.
yeah, and so it rather means he was bullshitting,
Yeah.
and as soon as the cameras was off, he was out of there with his entourage, or there was about 20 people there where he could. Oh yeah, 20 more people now. That's nothing. He's probably did one because I think he thingies and all, doesn't he? He does a bit of DJing, so he'll probably get like people in just so he can like do his DJing because no one's gonna pay to hear him DJing.
So yeah, well, this one was the stupid. I forgot about the trophy. The sun trophy.
Whoa.
The sun
Stop
trophy.
singing. Well, wait there. Don't fucking bring him, man. Spoil it.
Because they revealed the trophies before every match.
Yeah, I know.
The last one was the snowflake trophy, and this one is the sun trophy.
Yeah, but before they get to the trophy, there's like fucking, as I say, it went on for a fucking bit, but it finally got down to 3 where Steiner got eliminated.
No, Steiner wasn't in this.
Yeah, because wearing the like skate thing.
No, that's Saturn.
Right, yeah, well, Saturday, he got like eliminated, got chucked out, and then it was just Jericho and
Mysterio with no mask. Yeah, Rey Mysterio with no mask.
Rey Mysterio, where
where he crotches him. He
wrestled for a bit. Oh, but then thingy though, Mysterio does his like which you hate.
The gay Bronco Buster,
yeah.
The face pounding.
The face fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, which Jericho was pissed off that he threw Rey Mysterio
balls first on the rope.
Yeah, on the top rope, which allowed Jericho to then just shoulder barge fucking Rey Mysterio off the top rope onto the floor.
Bye, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, which
Jericho is the winner.
Yeah, which gave fucking Jericho the win.
And he gets the Sun Trophy.
Yeah, the balls. Rey Mysterio's balls weren't damaged enough to prevent Dominic from being born.
Yeah, which is handed to him by Mouth of the South.
Jericho calls him Rock Kid.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah. But, like the last fucking match.
Yeah, that's what all right. Yeah, I want to get into this too. Like, so if you're going to win one of these trophies, expect to get jumped by someone who was already in the match, right?
Yeah. Because then, after Jericho fucking gives his, like, thank you for fucking believing in me, sort of speech, whatever.
Saturn comes in.
Very Saturn, yeah.
Beats the fuck out of him.
From behind and all the dirty bastard, like on fucking the Winter Brawl.
He smashes the trophy and then throws it into the fucking water.
Well, yeah, he gets the trophy, smashes it on the floor, sort of thing, where it doesn't shatter. So then he just throws it into the water and leaves. So
I also noticed that the battle royal ended when Fear Factory was starting their third song. Like they were starting the song. Like shouldn't you wait to end it at the end of the song?
I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, there's the trophy sinking into the fucking into the beach water.
Into the water.
Yeah, it's pretty sort of like blurry. That's due to fucking quality and me not being asked to fucking get good fucking
Well, this is
Okay,
also.
Yeah, but then we get the
Yeah. Then we get the Nitro girls doing the best fucking poses ever.
The trophy is now part of an artificial reef.
Yeah, well, it probably got dug out, didn't it? Like after the
Yeah, Eric Bischoff was like, "No, I gotta save this.
Gotta fish it out of the ocean. Like, no,
I'm gonna use this as a tax write-off."
right.
He handed it to Ted Turner. He's like, "Look, I fished it out of the ocean for you."
Yeah, and so the Nitro girls give it some fucking pelvic thrusting.
Acting like who was?
Oh,
that's not a Nitro girl.
No.
The Nitro girls.
Oh, yeah, that's She-Hulk.
The
No, it is.
Holy.
Yeah,
is that Bridget Nielsen She-Hulk?
Bridget Nielsen She-Hulk? Yeah, you're right.
Because I saw she was gray. Remember those pictures? Those pictures, she was gray in all of them. She wasn't green, right?
No, well, no, I was on.
Oh, that's the picture right there.
Last night's stream on my channel where me and Nelson we was looking because I was saying it was rather you, DVB or Darius who told me about the Bridget Nielsen, and I think it was you who like said, "Oh yeah," but rather you, Darius or DVB. What it was one of you three.
I think I was the one who told you about it. The unfinished She-Hulk movie, right?
Yeah. And so I was showing Nelson last night on my stream, and like I don't know how it got in there. Sorry about that.
That's fine.
Yeah. At least it won't.
Yeah, at least it wasn't Lou Ferrigno's balls. You know what I'm saying?
Or Joey Ryan's ass.
Or Eric Bana pulling his pants down. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, nice fucking Congo line to be.
I won't lie. Bridget Nielsen actually looked good at one point. Like one of the first Playboys I remember like really seeing was when she was naked, and fucking she didn't look bad.
Yeah,
she was just always like too tall.
Yeah, you mean
but then like she got later up like drugged up, and then like later on drugged up, and then oh god, when she started going out with Flavor Flav, no, I'm good.
That ruined it.
Yeah, I'm good. Although she already looked brutal at that point, so she hit the wall quite some time ago.
Yeah.
And then we end with the Nitro Girl train, the ass train.
Yeah, choo.
The ass cheek train.
And yeah, that's these fucking pointless WCW shows. Like seriously, like, all right, did you guys think that this served a fucking purpose for WCW? Do you guys think that they mentioned this the next night on Monday Nitro?
It was supposed to draw in the younger crowd, the MTV crowd, to WCW. Did it work? I don't think it did.
Nope. Not when they're out of business 2 years later.
Nope.
I think it had potential.
Let's bring in the younger kids, the hip kids. Let's bring them in, the hip kids.
Would you say, Yuns, that it had potential? It did, but like they went about it wrong, right?
Yeah, the Nitro Girl should have been more sort of like naked.
All right, so then they could have just did half an hour of the Nitro Girls dancing.
Hey, look, right? If fucking Brie Larson, Bridget Nielsen didn't get a She-Hulk fucking series with that, there's no wonder fucking NWA, is it? Or
WCW.
Or was it WCW? Yeah. Didn't get a fucking 3-season contract with That, even though that is nice, so. Ooh, yeah. Me liking.
The girl at the end looks like she's like really concentrating. She's like, "Am I grabbing your ass good?" No, look at her face. No, the girl at the end.
She's liking it.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like this girl's like, "Are you liking it?"
She's concentrating.
Yeah.
Look, obviously, as anyone knows, you always stick the best looking one in the middle because that's where your most focus of attention goes. Yeah,
exactly. That was like the trick that like girl singers would do. They would have a bunch of like girls like behind them or around them, so like
Yeah.
The centerpiece is always the best.
All right, let's go back to Bridget Nielsen's gray side, slip or lip.
Gray pussy.
Well,
there was some.
You want to see some more fucking Bridget Nielsen's fucking
some lip slip on her wardrobe there.
Yo, Jens, do you know like all right? Because Marvel also had that Fantastic Four movie.
Wait, I can't hear you. You said zoom in. You want me to zoom in? Is that what you want?
Sure.
Zoom
out a little bit. There's just some side.
Yeah, well, it won't get you thinking. It's just you're just gonna think that's 80s.
Side lip action there is pretty good.
There's no bush for this is the 80s, and there's no bush. And if there's bush, it's like land strip.
No, I should correct myself. It's early 90s. I think it was 91 or something.
Oh yeah, I thought this was 80s when they because all right, they also did, that's what I'm saying. Like they did that the Fantastic Four movie that didn't get made, but somehow people put out a version of where it's done. So I'm wondering if they did the same with this fucking She-Hulk.
No, I think it was just like with the Nicolas Cage Superman. It was just a costume.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, I think so.
Ah.
So
no gray Bridget Nielsen up close fucking pussy shots. That's a disappointment.
Little bit of side lip slipping out of the bikini there.
Look at it, enough. It does look more like Amiga 500. So
like the Snatch
graphics.
Waxed.
So what'd you guys think of these fucking things?
Oh,
did they make you want to be a fucking WCW fan if you weren't watching?
Well,
I guess this would, right? But there wasn't enough of this.
Well, maybe want to attend with them Nitro dancing girls, yeah.
I give it a solid 6 overall production value.
Yeah, I'll be a bit more I'll give it a 7 because wrestling wasn't so bad, but so much fucking music because you have
also, what is with this MTV shit when they do wrestling, where they gotta cram so much wrestling into one spot?
But obviously, they had music and sort of like soft sort of porn dance girls. So yeah, fucking.
I wouldn't say it's porn. NBA has this shit all the time. Girls like this.
No, it's soft porn. They're grabbing each other's asses. What dance move is that? Because Congo.
I don't know. I don't teach slutty dancing.
Well, that's why I wouldn't mind fucking being there because I would have tried joining that Congo line. I would have tried to get.
there's like there's dances for there's like classes for girls to dance like sluts like this. There's classes for all these fucking girls to act like whores. Like there's like stripper pole.
Oh, come
There's
on, come
shit
on,
like that. Like people are so fucking stupid.
come
They'll
on,
fall for it and hand over their money.
come on. Don't call them sluts or tarts because just because they want to grab their friend's ass when they're doing a Congo. Let's not jump to okay. And you're not going to get laid.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Honestly, though, I will say, all right.
Women
All right.
grab each other's tits.
all right. I'll say this though, yes. Just because she's grabbing a girl's ass on camera doesn't mean she's a slut. It's like playing a character, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, an actor could play a serial killer. Doesn't mean he's a real serial killer, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. No, they're probably all three are sluts, like, but I'm just saying, don't say that on a live stream. Just in case you meet them, even though they probably have like worn a bit because this was from like 20 years ago or 23 years ago or 4 years ago. So yeah, they're probably nearly in the 50s like me, but hopefully they've kept themselves in shape.
I really wonder what Diamond Dallas Page's wife looks like now.
Well, it could be dead. You never know because, like, that's what happens with these.
I kind of don't want to look it up. I don't want to.
I would look at it. I would look at her.
Yeah, I know you would.
I'd evaluate.
I know you would.
Yeah, especially if she's got a rack of bananas she's wanting to fucking suck on.
She was naked in Playboy shit back in the day. In the prime time days.
Her nips she could touch her belly button with her nips now. Rare.
That's why I don't want to look it up, man.
It's a talent that comes with age.
I'd still bang it.
Talent comes with age.
Come on. Yeah, bring it up. Bring it up. Because is the blonde-headed one, that Dallas Diamonds Page is missing.
No, she's not here. They only got like a couple of them. There used to be like a bunch of Nitro girls dancing on the stage.
I'd be dancing on that stage.
You would? You'd be a Nitro girl? Just to dance?
No. I'd be a Nitro dude. Get it right, fuck's sake. And that's where I'd be heading. Hello. Yeah. What do you do? I dance at wrestling events. Oh, great. Let me join you.
It's the same as being a fucking cheerleader for a fucking sports team.
Yeah.
Wait, what the hell did you zoom in on? I can't even.
As I'm on the Congo, like you can see clearly, like where they're touching each other in the Congo.
Oh, okay.
I'll zoom out a bit because it is blocky, but that's good just in case the like algorithm like recognizes a woman's rear end.
All right. Well, I'm going to end this in a little bit, so I'm going to show what the how the Nitro Girls routines were. I mean, there was like a rotation of these girls. That chick Stacy Keibler was one of them at one point. I know everyone knows Stacy Keibler.
Yes.
Oh yeah, look at them though, it's looking great. Or is that the new batch? You never know.
Isn't that guy Eric something?
Oh, this is Alex Wright scaring all of them off because he's coming
Alex
out
Wright.
again.
Oh man, my wife hated this dude when he come on.
See, he was a better wrestler than fucking Disco Inferno, though.
Mm-hmm.
He had a stupid gimmick, but he was at least he could fucking wrestle.
They were on the same level, same tier. Another one that would never be Hall of Fame, never get recognition.
He never wrestled in WWF, I don't think.
No, they would never have him there.
Mm. Now that's quite hot there.
Yeah, it's the Nitro Girls.
Yes. Yeah.
This is Benny Hill's Angels.
Yeah. How come the middle one's got something around her stomach?
Yeah, I noticed that. She's the only one, right?
Yeah.
She was the hot. She's the hot Asian one from one of the. Yo, oh my God, yo, her tits popping out. Yo, they're computer blurring her tit. No, they're computer blurring her tit. Look at it. They're computer blurring her tit.
Zoom in, and I can look at it better.
Why? It's computer blurred. They're computer blurring it.
Nice.
Well, I can't tell.
Oh yeah.
Well,
That's
Look,
flopping
it's
around.
pixelated.
Yeah.
That's it, like flopping around.
It is. It's out there.
Yeah.
It's flopping around. Flop, 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 flop.
Give her credit though. She carried on. She as like you're supposed to.
Like a soldier.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm turned on. Flopping
Get it off before we fucking start.
Well, all right, it's pixelated though. You know what? It's pixelated, and it's a GIF. It's a GIF, and it's pixelated.
Right.
It's okay. Once you've seen so many tits, you know what
it never gets old.
A tit looks like when it's pixelated. It looks all right.
Yeah, I wish I would have seen that Nitro live because I bet it wasn't pixelated.
No.
I'm pretty sure that particular one with her titty flopping out, I'm pretty sure she was at one of those fucking because they only had like 3 Nitro girls each. Like I thought she was that middle girl in the ass train.
Yeah, my favorite.
Yeah, I guess other than the Nitro girls, this was shit, right?
Well, the rest, as I said, the wrestling was average. Yeah, I mean, if you was watching MTV back in the day and then it popped on, you probably like entertaining, you know. But yeah, I can see why it didn't fucking catch on.
Also, like I was saying, WCW went out of business like less than 2 years later. So.
Yeah, might be an opening that was gonna fucking
put them over the top.
Yeah, create a new generation of fucking wrestling viewers, but it looked like it just created a bunch of like people who go to strip clubs.
Yeah. Or people who go to bars. Or people like Raven, or people like Raven, or people like Raven who are fucked up on painkillers and have a bunch of shots before they go on commentary.
Oh, well, Raven won. That's what happens when you like smashed out your face. You're not saying much. You didn't really notice him much. Once, like oh yeah, he's out of his face. Then obviously it's noticeable. But the first time you watch it, like I did, I didn't really notice him doing much because he was smashed out of his face. And so he was just, I think he was just taking the paycheck one. He was just riding it in.
I think everyone here was just taking the paycheck.
Easy money. Ted Turner's money.
Exactly. Ted Turner's money just being thrown
blank
around.
check.
It really was.
He's like, here's a blank check. Fill in the amount.
Yeah, MTV, do something with it, please. And they're like, okay. But yeah, I'd say these are funny to look at. I wouldn't say like a good. It's good, awesome wrestling, but it's funny to look at.
Yeah, it was like one of them where if you like you did, the band that was playing on the beach,
But you know what though? Yeah, you know what though? As a fan of the band, it like I would not be able to like enjoy it because not only do you have the band playing, you have the match going on, and then you have fucking Jimmy Hart, Kid Rock, and Raven like occasionally doing commentary. Like it was too ADD. You know what I'm saying? Like there was too much
oh
going
yeah, there
on.
was a lot going on. But I'm just saying though, if you was into that sort of stuff, then like yeah, it's like be entertaining for that. Like well, there's only on for 20 minutes. Well, obviously,
Yeah. 19. One was 19 minutes. The other was 20 minutes. Yeah. So it's
yeah,
not like a
but
slog.
obviously,
It's not a slog getting through these.
yeah, but obviously with adverts, it'd have been on for an hour.
Well,
They'd have
I
crammed
yeah,
40 minutes.
I think my stream's going longer than yeah, my stream's going longer than both of these combined, right?
Oh yeah. Well, we we did that like an hour ago.
But I don't know. I'd say it's funny to look at. Funny to look at and go back as like a wrestling fan.
Yeah. So, what was your rating? Because Death Bar saying rating
Uh,
6, I rated 7, and you only rating
all
shit.
right, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I
do like
rated it a
like
6.
it.
I'm not gonna do thumbs up or thumbs down anymore. I'll conform to everybody else and do a number rating. So I'll give this shit a 5.5.
Oh, that is a fucking shit score. That's fucking
Yeah,
one
it's
of
gave it a
them where
7. I gave it
yeah,
a 6.
yeah, that's like
Yeah, so the ratings are getting lower every time
yeah,
fucking someone gives their
that's like a
rating.
rating of really don't watch it.
Well, the bash, the beach one. You know, they had top tier wrestlers. You got Booker T, you had Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
You had
Yeah,
I,
but how long was he on for, and what did they
no, like
do?
no, you like both of them. They had a different amount. All right. Well, I don't like I was saying. Conan, I don't think is a good wrestler. I like not great. You know what I'm saying? Like he was better on the mic than in the ring. 100%. I say that. And Booker T, but like Booker T still wasn't main event Booker T at that time. Even in fucking WCW, he still wasn't
it
main
wasn't
event.
dreadlock
Well, he
Booker
got the
T's long
yeah, he got
hair.
eliminated. Yeah, he got eliminated third from ends. So yeah, he was
But
he was
Billy Kidman,
approaching.
Billy Kidman, I thought was a good wrestler.
Hmm.
I don't think Disco Inferno's a good wrestler, but Billy Kidman's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
So that's in the first one. And the second one, Billy Kidman's the only one to go back to back in these stupid fucking events.
We need a Disco Inferno update of what he's doing now.
He's like one of Vince Russo's lapdogs. Like he's one of him and Conan, I think, are I don't know if they're lapdogs, but they're cool with Vince Russo. They seem to really love Vince Russo.
They like do his lawn and like go to the grocery store for him.
No, I mean like they're doing podcasts with him and shit.
Ah, yeah, no. Mm-mm. And Alex Wright, we need an update on him and his career.
Yeah,
Where are they now?
yeah. He. I don't know if he's doing podcasts, and I'd love to know if he was doing podcasts. Yeah, I'll wind this down. See you
He's a
there.
never Hall of Famer. Never Hall of Famer. Crew.
See you later, everybody. Nelson, Vigilante, Vegas Lights,
Lovely Sherry.
Moira, Lovely Sherry. DBS is here, but he was in the chat too. Thank both those guys. And, yeah, I don't know. Should I do a Terry Funk tribute? I don't know.
Well, I was saying, because we're talking about the Saturday movie review where where you're like a bit gonna do like a Terry Funk because we could just watch.
Yeah, no, but see the thing is if I just do a Roadhouse movie stream, where we're talking about Roadhouse, you're not gonna be talking about Terry Funk very much because
thinking then
he's really like in like 5 or 6 scenes total.
Yeah, well, we could thingy then. Yeah, well, we could thingy just so you can show your devotion and respect to the funkster himself. Watch like a documentary or something, you know, of Terry Funk. What would be like, you know, Terry Funk's fucking.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
No. I already have an idea. Idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like the usual on for an hour, maybe.
You know what? Thank you, Jens, for this because I appreciate it. All right. So, all right, I'm gonna bump Showdown in Little Tokyo back a week, and Saturday I'll do Beyond the Mat.
Yeah.
Terry Funk's in that, so yeah. Yeah, this Saturday movie will be Beyond the Mat. Fuck it. Thank you, Jens. You inspired me. Don't ever let anyone tell you you're useless.
Yeah.
I'll kick them right in their fucking their manginas.
Yeah, wait there though. Didn't we do Beyond the Mat?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
What was the one where the
I
Iron Sheik?
I like to hurt people. It wasn't the Iron Sheik. It was the Sheik.
Yeah.
I like that was I like to hurt people. I'll do all right. Beyond the Mat this Saturday. That'll be my Terry Funk tribute.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Terry Funk deserves a tribute.
Yeah. All right, yeah, Kevin. Did a stream last night and that, and I've been talking about the Extraction 2 review for a bit, but I need to do it definitely. And I've got a Twitter account at 27A Pedersen.
Thanks for coming through, man.
Yeah. Get it on.
Death by Saber, sponsored by Chef Boyardee Raviolis. I will be streaming Friday. Come on through. Hopefully, you guys can be there on the panel. Decepticon King might be there too. We might have Ashley. We won't have Daytona, so no one will be interrupted or talk. No, he won't talk over other people. So come on through. We'll have a good time on Friday. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for coming through, man. Always like talking to you guys, man. I like having people that aren't assholes, like, you know, that are actually capable of conversation around. It's amazing. So, later, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.